Whether you are in the crypto world for a long time or not, you've probably heard about the merge. This is a massive news. Ethereum, the second largest cryptocurrency in the world, is about to make the biggest change in its history. Think of that way. If Ethereum is a road, then Ethereum Merge is about to become a highway. Hi, Jared here, and today let's talk about the merge. From what it is to the misconceptions and what will change for you. First, what is the Ethereum Merge? To make it simple, the merge is a transition between Ethereum's current proof-of-work model to the proof-of-stake model. Indeed, the proof-of-work model works with the help of miners, people who own powerful enough computers to run, verify, validate or not transactions. And the more miners there are on the network, the more secure it becomes. So the foundations of the network are the miners. Without them, it will not be able to run, basically. On the other side though, the future proof-of-stake model does not need miners. It runs with the help of stakers. These people stake their Ethereum. It's kind of like holding them in their digital wallets. It consumes less electricity, and no one needs hardware like high-end computers to run the network. This transition to proof-of-stake has already started in 2021 with the release of the Beacon chain. This network works in parallel with the proof-of-work network and exists to test the transactions, stakers, and every other possible data to ensure the security and efficiency of the network. So then, why is it so important? What are the consequences of the merge? It's first, electricity consumption that will significantly decrease. No more arguments saying that Ethereum is bad for the environment. The Ethereum transaction footprints have dramatically increased over the past few months. A single Ethereum transaction consumes around 215 kilowatt-hour. It is equivalent to the power consumption of an average household over roughly 7 days. A transaction consumes about 120 kilograms of CO2. It is equivalent to the carbon footprints of 265,000 Visa transactions, or roughly 20,000 hours of watching YouTube. Proof-of-stake model, in the other hand, is roughly 2,000 times more energy efficient, which reflects a reduction of at least 99.95% in total energy use. That's insane. Security will also be updated. Under proof of stake, anyone who owns at least 32 Ethereums, which still is a lot, can set up a full validator and enter a pool of other validators. After each block is validated, stakers will earn a small amount of rewards. And this alone can make Ethereum pass the Howey test. The US Supreme Court decisions, known as the Howey test, is used to determine whether a transaction meets the criteria for classification as an investment contract, and therefore as a security. According to the Howey test, if there is a financial investment in a company with a reasonable expectation of gains to be obtained from the efforts of others, then an investment contract is valid. Okay, let's continue with the widespread misconceptions. First, the merge won't create a new token. One common misperception is that after the merge, Ethereum would have a new token. This is untrue. Ethereum will not change. Due to this, Ethereum is now just referred to as Ethereum instead of Ethereum 2.0. Too many scammers were trying to trick consumers into thinking that version 2.0 was a brand new token. And secondly, the merge will not make Ethereum's cost cheaper. Another myth is that the merge will result in decreased gas costs or transaction fees. However, this is incorrect. Ethereum's proof-of-stake mechanism will replace its proof-of-work approach after the integration, right? Many might have hoped that this structural shift would result in a decrease in the cost of gas fees. But no, Sorry, maybe one day. Which brings us to the most interesting parts of the video. How to profit from the merge. How does this affect you? Well, jumping on the big news is attractive, right? But attempting to time the market is a bad idea, and not just in the crypto markets. So I would personally do nothing. I still have Bitcoin and Ethereum, and I will keep holding and investing in them. Aside from the regular risks or the fact that many market timers lose more than they gain, crypto is unshackled by regular trading hours. Tokens are traded 24/7 around the world, meaning that there are more opportunities than ever to miss a big swing and lose more investments. Investing excessive amounts of money in a single cryptocurrency should, I think, also be avoided, regardless of market conditions and the recent news. Similar to investing in stocks, bonds, and even ETFs, you should always diversify your crypto holdings to take advantage of the wider upside movement while also spreading your downside risks. And while many investors will be tempted to go all in or probably cash out ahead of the merge, it's again always better to take a long-term approach to investing. Okay, so finally, what's next? Vitalik, the co-founder of Ethereum, who we no longer need to introduce, said that once the update was complete, the blockchain would only be 55% completed. The next update concerns sharding, a scalability solution designed to accelerate the speed of transactions and reduce their costs. According to Vitalik, the Ethereum network, which currently can process 15 to 20 transactions per second, could then process up to 100,000 operations per second. Simply put, imagine the US divided into, well, states. Each state, so shards in this case, is part of a larger US, so the Ethereum network, but has its own boundaries, specific rules, and population subsets. But they share a universal language and culture as part of a larger network that makes up the nation. While Ethereum has both a proof of work and a proof of stake chain, only the proof of work chain currently processes users' transactions. And once the merge is complete, the Ethereum blockchain will shift fully to the proof of stake chain, making mining obsolete. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.